Welcome to Cinemagna. In today's video, we will showcase the world premiere video of the 2022 American live-action comedy, film titled Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel to be notified when new videos are released. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is a 2022 American live-action animated action-adventure comedy film based on the characters Chip and Dale and the subsequent animated TV series of the same name. The film is directed by Akiva Schaffer, written by Dan, Gregor, and Doug Mand, and a co-production between Walt Disney Pictures and Mandeville Films. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers premiered in Orlando on May 16, 2022, and is scheduled to be released nationwide in the United States on May 20, 2022, via streaming on Disney Plus as a Disney Plus original film. It received overwhelmingly positive reviews from critics for its self-referential humor, sense of nostalgia, and cameos, as well as many favorable comparisons to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Without much further ado, please enjoy the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers world premiere video.
Right here, hold that for a couple more right here.
One over your shoulder. Awesome, thank you. And then forward and stand with me. You might be about that.
And then Doug right here. Doug looking right here, straight ahead. So you can hold that for a couple.
So one more time on your left.
Then Alex looking right here. And hold that for just a second.
I mean, it's an honor to get to embody Chip and Dale. I grew up watching them even before Rescue Rangers. I saw them in the old Disney, home videos and stuff, the old Christmas specials
For sure.
and stuff. And then obviously John loves Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, and I'd been trying desperately to get a Rescue Rangers film off the ground, and I could never do it alone. And then Todd, Akiva, and Andy said, you're making a lot of racket around town. We actually have the property.
Yeah, you kind of painted us into a corner.
100%.
Yeah.
Use the friend angle hard, rather desperately.
Well, when you've known each other as long as we have and worked together so closely, you have a rapport.
Yeah, a report.
There's been reports of a rapport.
Yeah, and they're not exaggerated.
That was basically my impression of my own father. That joke.
That joke.
There have been reports
of a
rapport. Me and Keith have talked a lot about how much we loved Who Framed Roger Rabbit when we were growing up and how cool it was to see cartoons from different, houses basically commingle, and this takes that and kind of blows the roof off of it, I think.
And because the adventure is into the world of animation, there's lots of nods, lots of shout outs to animation styles.
Would you say it's a love letter to animation, John?
I would say that. Both 2D, 3D, and 4K. I think you'd enjoy the movie on a comedy level, but it has a great story. It's all very organic. The story, the style, the jokes, everything works together.
Now, I grew up watching Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers and DuckTales, and if we're gonna be honest, Gummy Bears most of the time. So I was honored. Even just getting the script was very flattering. I was like, whoa, I'm getting a script for like Chip and Dale, they're icons. And it's been 30 years, and even I'm aware that kids today didn't necessarily know who they are. They know Chip and Dale, but they don't know the Rescue Rangers. And when I got the script, and read it, it was such a fresh new take on it, and I kind of thought it was really smart and cool, and the way it will introduce new people to them, but also hopefully really honoring the legacy of the old stuff at the same time. Because it takes place in the real world mixed with tunes, everything's an opportunity for a detail and for another joke, for something in the deep background for someone to pause and see, whether it's a billboard that are all over LA, but now you change them to something else you want. At its heart, it's just a friendship story between these two guys.
At its heart, it's a friendship story.
See, they're so much, and they're so much fun, and they love me, and they're like so nice. So much genuine love and so much genuine emotion, especially from John Mulaney. What a sweetheart. I tried to channel what Andy and John have in real life with me, through me, into the characters.
We're just celebrating animation and the journey that it's been on. So, starting with these iconic characters, Chip and Dale, and then all the other fun characters that we invite that I won't spoil. It's a celebration, and that's what it felt like every day on set. That's at the heart of the original series, the friendship among all of the rescue rangers, and that it's helping a friend that brings Chip and Dale back together. I mean, that's the center of the series, and I think it's something that it was important to keep as the center of the film. I want audiences to rediscover the kid in them. It's really a movie that is for all ages, and so I just think I want audiences to just light up on the inside of reliving all of those highlights of the journey that animation has gone on.
I always want to support Akiva. I've known him since SNL, and then Andy and John Mulaney, of course. They're good guys, good comedy people, and you want to see what they do well. And so it's fun to come out and be a part of that. I think a lot of people are going to be thrilled. The people who grew up with these characters, and getting to see them in this new way, this mix of animation styles and mixed with live action and all that. I think it's kind of unique. Akiva is such a cultural sort of know-it-all. I mean, he's so tuned into everything, so I can only imagine what there is. I haven't seen it yet, but I think it will be fun to get those surprises as you discover them. That's part of the fun of it. When you get to hear people react to it, and you can hear how they're enjoying it, and they're laughing, and it's very gratifying to be a part of something that you can witness that many people enjoy.
It's so spectacular. It's a movie that, is mostly going to get watched on a lot of people's couches. So for it to be in a beautiful old theater like this is magical.
This is a surreal thing right now. We started writing this movie 7 years ago, so to be here right now is just unbelievable. I'm having a hard time taking it all in. It's unreal. What Akiva did with this movie, and getting to hear Andy Samberg and John Mulaney say these words, that some of the words we wrote a long time ago, some of them are new. It's unreal. It's a truly amazing experience. It's just cool. It's cool. There's no other way to say it. It's just really
true wizardry, you might say.
Yes, we're actual wizards. You're standing in front of wizards.
We were big fans of it growing up as little kids, and to get to make them real again is just so crazy. They existed only in our memories for so long, and so we're really excited for them to come back out of the theme park and be here in Hollywood.
We aged them up with us.
Yeah.
We brought them 30 years up, and they stayed the same age. They moved with us. So whenever our life experiences were there, became their life experiences as well. So we're excited to grow with Chip and Dale.
It's so funny. The little parts I got to read, I was laughing out loud. I was so excited that the producer called to see if Scat Cat was available. And I said, "Are you kidding? Scat Cat in a Disney film, especially Chip and Dale?" I was so thrilled, and then I did some voiceover work, and I got to be in a scene with Scat Cat, like two partners in crime, like we were 30 plus years ago. The greatest part of it is bringing them back to explore whether or not they could have become who they wanted to be, and the references and just the humor in it. It's just wonderful. I think it's going to be a trip down memory lane, seeing all of our favorite characters and references. You can't beat the friendship of Chip and Dale. I mean, they've gone through the journey. They've had their highs and their lows, and they're back together, and that's the best thing ever. This is such a fun film. It's written so wonderfully. Laugh out loud moments, and it's wonderful for kids and adults, all ages.
We have been working on this for a long time, and through several writers and several iterations, but I think I think it became what we wanted to become, which was basically, a nod to the Disney cartoons, but also sort of an irreverent look and not being so, self-righteous about it. We wanted to have fun with it. Bring them back in the kind of animation that we brought them back in so that they feel so real to you is great. And I was at the studio when we did Roger Rabbit, so to be able to do another kind of Roger Rabbit with live action animation was fantastic. Love doing it, and it's so much fun to shoot. It really is a story about friendship and about two people who lose each other and find each other to save one of their friends. And it's a little bit like 48 Hours or The Defiant Ones. They really don't want to be together. So the fun of the movie is how they come together during the course of solving the case.
Voicing movies is so much fun. And especially one as, as cool as nostalgic as this one is. You know what, you got a whole new set of kids that are going to see it for the first time. And I hope they really enjoy it. I hope they pick up on what we picked up on, so many years ago. Well, I hope there are a lot of kids in there because I want to see their reaction to it and feel their reaction to it. And I want to see it because, geez, I haven't seen Chip and Dale and I keep going back over and over, years, decades. So it should be fun.
As a German, I thought Chip and Dale's was, of course, involving nudity and dancing and lots of strawberries and whipped cream. So this was very fun for me and my parents when I told them what I was doing. I watched the old cartoons and I love them very much. I'm so excited that people are being rangered and rescued. Friendship is the most important thing next to calories. So I have been fed and also have friendships, and I made more doing this very wonderful animated film. I'm so excited.
The idea of going in to take a beloved property like Chip and Dale and bring it to a new audience in a new way that I think is going to be really surprising to a lot of people who have not seen the movie and have expectations about it. I think when they watch this movie, they're going to see something very different than they think. Our director, Akiva Schaffer, is an incredible filmmaker. We had an amazing cast, great voice talent, just all in all kind of a wild, exciting movie that I can't wait for people to see. Teamwork is better than individualism. That they were great as a team, and the two of them together were way better than each of them were on their own. So it took them 30 years to realize that was the case, but that's the story of this movie. The great thing about this movie is there's so much action in it. So when you say adventure, the first thing I think about is various scenes where they're going on crazy rides and characters that you can't believe are in this movie that you're going to see. Just the amount of humor that's in the film and tons and tons and tons of surprise guests. That is something to watch out for.
It's finally come to a part where the rest of the world can see it. And, all the hard work, all the blood, sweat, and tears that go into making a film are finally paying off. And, with all the craziness in the world right now, this is an opportunity for us to just have some fun. We get to poke fun at each other, and we're poking fun in the film, and so it should be a good time for everybody to have Chip and Dale come back to the screen after all these years. I have 3 adult daughters who were so excited when I told them we were doing this. They remember it as a kid, right? People see the Chip and Dale walking around the park, but now we get to see how they're evolving into a film and doing it in a live-action film, which is a lot of fun. Kind of a la Roger Rabbit, where we have animated characters within a live-action setting.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and comment on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released.